Hi everyone, welcome to music production using Logic Pro X for Key Stage 3. My name is Patrick and I'll be taking you through everything you need to know. So first things first, let me show you how to open Logic Pro from your Mac desktop. So there's three main ways we can do this. The easiest way is to pin the Logic Pro application icon to your dock once you've installed it. So you do this just by dragging it from the applications into the dock at the bottom of the screen, and then you have easy access to open it whenever you need to. There's a couple of other ways. If we go to the top right, we can search for Logic Pro, and once you see the application appear, just double click on it. And the other way is to find the applications folder in your Finder, and the Logic Pro application icon will also be located in there. However, I would recommend trying to pin it to the dock because that's definitely going to be the easiest and most convenient way for you to open Logic Pro. So that's where my Logic Pro application is located. So let me just go down to the bottom of the screen, double click, and we can create a new project. So I'm just going to click choose once empty project is highlighted. And when this next option comes up, just click create. So this is the Logic Pro workspace area. I'm going to make the workspace a bit simpler. So I'm going to turn off the inspector. So this is Logic Pro in its sort of most simple form. So you've got like the project workspace here and the tracks area here. So at the moment we have just one audio track. So this is actually where my voice is coming from at the moment. Obviously when you open it up, you're not going to be speaking into a microphone or anything like that. So I'm just going to change the name of this track to My Voice. So that's how you rename tracks. If we will get onto that later on. You just double click, type what you want. So when you start, you're just going to have a blank track. So let's navigate over to Apple Loops. So Apple Loops is a massive library of pre-recorded loops and samples, and they're royalty free. So that's accessed by this symbol up here in the top right. Might take a second for it to load up. So to keep things simple, as you can see here, we've got some blue symbols. So we're just going to deal with blue at the moment just to keep it nice and simple. So basically these are different types of loops. So we just want to work with audio for the time being. So I'm going to go to this 4 square symbol here. I'm going to click on that, and I'm just going to tick audio loops. So it just eliminates all the other loops for the time being, just to keep things nice and simple to start off with. Okay, so with Apple Loops, we have 3 tags at the top, 3 sort of categories. You've got instrument, genre, and descriptors. So if you want to hear any of the loops, all you have to do is click the name of any of them. We'll start off with just an easy sort of thing. We'll start off with a drum kit. So I'm going to go to beats here. I'm going to click on genre, just going to click on house. And descriptors, we can just click on relaxed. And let's click on the first one, see what happens. Cool, so that's quite a heavily distorted sort of beat. Let's try this one, Berlin dub beat. So just by the side of every loop, it's got some information. So beats, it says 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's just telling you it's like a 2-bar loop, so 4 beats per bar, 2 bars. This is the original tempo, which is 120 beats per minute. The default setting for Logic is 120 beats per minute as well, and that's just up here. This is the control bar at the very top of the page. So that's our tempo information there, 120, we're in 4/4 and we're in C major. That one happens to be 120 as well. And we've got some others down here. So the tempos all vary. And normally we'd have the key signature as well because we're using drum beats. We don't really have a key signature. Let's reset the filter. So to reset, we just click this orange cross at the top here. You can change the view as well if you want to like a list view, but I don't mind this one. So instrument, let's go again. Let's try and find, we'll try and find some keys, or yeah, we'll try mallets. Okay, so we've got some key signature information here, and we've got some tempo. So at the moment, Logic will actually play these loops back at 120 beats per minute. So even though the original tempo here is 67, it will play it back at 120. However, when we drag it into the workspace, it will change to the original tempo written here. Let's try genre, and let's go hip hop R&B, and let's just see what we can. Let's just have a browse through. So I'm going to click on any of these loops, and I'm going to use the arrow down and up arrow keys on my keyboard to browse through. I quite liked that one actually, so I'm going to click, hold and drag that into my track, and yes, we'll import it. So now it's on 70 beats per minute, so it changed to the original tempo of the loop. Okay, so what I did there was I just turned on the metronome, which is this symbol here, and yeah, you can also type K on your keyboard. So when you hover over any of the symbols on Logic, it will actually show you the keyboard shortcut as well. So for this one, I'm just gonna click on the metronome. And we can turn it off as well. Okay, so that's not a bad place to start. So to play the loop, obviously press play here and stop it there and go back to the beginning there, or we can press spacebar again to stop, and then enter to go back to the start. Now I want to just hear this, so I want to try and get a bit of a beat going, so I'm just going to loop this particular section over and over. So to do that, we're going to use the cycle function, which is this symbol here, the two arrows by the control bar. You can also press C on your computer keyboard. So here we go. So now if I press space, it will just repeat the loop over and over. We can change the tempo still, even though it changed to 70, we can either double click and type in whatever number we want. So for example, we could type in 90, press enter. Or we can actually just hover the mouse symbol over the number and drag vertically. To make it slower again, I'll just drag down, and to make it faster, I'll drag up. So let's just go up a little bit to 105. I'm going to keep it how it was at 90. So I'm going to press Command Z to undo my last step. Command Z, and we're back to 90. We can change the key signature as well. So it's in A minor. So we can just click on where it says A minor in the control bar, and we can change it to whatever we want. So let's try something far away from A minor. We'll try D major. So it just transposes the key signature. So I'm just actually going to change it back by hitting Command Z. So you can play around. Let's try one more. We'll try D sharp minor. Okay, and I'll just change it back, Command Z, back to the original, and press enter to go back to the beginning. So we can build on this loop from here. So just before we do that, I'm going to show you how to save your project. So we'll go to File at the top left of the screen, next to where it says Logic Pro, and we're going to click Save. And we'll just call it Project 1. And you can save it wherever you want. I'm just going to click down on this menu and save it to the desktops. So I'm just going to find my desktop here. There we go. And we'll save it as a package. It's better to save everything as a package. Make sure this is all ticked and save. Okay, now that I've saved my project, I'm just going to quit Logic Pro, going up to the top, hit Logic Pro, hit quit. And I'm just going to go to my Finder in the bottom left. I'm going to go to my desktop, and there you can see Project 1 is saved at the very top. So we'll double click to reopen our project. And we're back into Project 1. So from this lesson, you should have learned how to open up Logic Pro from the desktop, how to browse the Apple Loops library, how to import loops from the library into your project workspace, how to use the control bar, so that's how to press play, how to stop, go back to the beginning, and also how to change the tempo settings, how to turn on and off the metronome and change the BPM, and how to turn on the cycle function. That was pressing C on your keyboard. So that's all you need to know for the time being. So we'll see you in the next lesson.